In today's video, we got two Texas men tried to invade Haiti by my boy Zevi. Let's do it.
Meet Gavin and Tanner. They're
Okay.
stupid, but they had a big plan. You see, their plan was to travel to the Gonave island in Haiti. All the men on the island, then take the women and children as slaves.
Wait, hold on, fool. Come here. This is not the 1800s no more. You're going to try to go on a two-man heist, go to Haiti, kill all these black-ass, athletic-ass men, take their wives and their kids, and enslave them? What has this world come to, bro?
Where they would then force the women and children to watch Netflix with them. If you don't know what that means, look in the comments. Now, if all that sounds insane to you, it gets worse, because it's the actual plan that these two came up with that's the scary part. You see, sometime last year, they meet up. They say, look, we still finna take over that island. Tanner said, you know I'm always ready. How we gonna do it? We're gonna go in military style. Gavin said, that's smart. You ever been to the military? Tanner said, I guess I haven't. So,
Oh my gosh, bro. There's no way. You have no I think they think we're in a video game, bruh. There's no way they think this is going to plan out the way that they want it to plan out.
Tanner joins the Air Force and Gavin joins a firefighter academy so they can gain some skills to take over the island. Tanner in the Air Force, busting his ass. He said, man, this is tough. Let me see how Gavin doing. Ring, ring, ring. Gavin said, yep. Tanner said, okay, how's the firefighter training going? Gavin said, firefighter training? Oh, I flunked out. Remember, they stupid. He said, they was trying to make me learn and all that. Tanner said, ooh, I almost said something. Gavin said, cool your jets, Tanner, because I got a plan. Look, I'm finna go to Thailand and learn how to sail boats, because to take over the island, we got to get to the island.
Hold on, fool. What the fuck does boats have to do with taking hostage of a whole fucking island? Bro, you are not John Wick, my nigga. Like, what is wrong with people's minds, bro? It blows me.
We don't know how to sail. So Gavin flies over to Thailand. He says, hey, y'all, I'm trying to learn how to sail one of these. One of the folks out in Thailand said, yeah, we can teach you. Look, this is how much it's going to cost. Gavin said, cost? Oh, I'm broke. They said, oh, why don't you just Google how much it costs for us to teach you? We got websites. Gavin said, I should have done that. They said, yeah. But you can swim around the water, though. That's free. Now, it's at this point the two men decided to take a step back because they realized they were in over their heads. Psych, stupid. You know.
They need to go back home. You can tell these are the type of kids who play World of Warcraft and drunk Mountain Dew. Had to be.
Not listening. They dumb. They said, we'll figure out the boat stuff and the training stuff later. Let's move on to phase 2. Recruiting soldiers. And by recruiting soldiers, I mean going to Washington, D.C. and asking homeless people to join them. In fact, Tanner requests to be stationed in Maryland so he can be close to Washington, D.C. so he can consistently try to recruit homeless people. The homeless people in Washington, D.C. were like, nah, we're not going to do that. Gavin and Tanner said, y'all want to think on it? And they said, nah. And it was,
what homeless person do you think is going to want to go to Haiti and kidnap some children? That is some pedo shit, gang. Like, what's your plan on doing with these women and children, right? My bad. What is your plan on doing with these wives and kids, bro?
It was at this point, Gavin and Tanner looked at each other and said, let's keep going. So they start writing battle plans. They start texting each other plans saying, all right, we're going to go here. We're going to go there. They start texting each other terrible things they're going to do to the Haitian women. And it was at this point they get a knock on their door. Do. Gavin and Tanner said, who that? They said, it's the FBI. Gavin and Tanner said, y'all trying to join us? The FBI said, not really, but you're going to jail though. Gavin and Tanner said, all right, we coming out. You see, the FBI had been watching.
Join us? What type of freaky deaky shit they got going on, bro? Nah, this world is shit, bro. I ain't gonna lie, 90% of the population gotta be going to hell, bro, after me hearing this shit.
Them for months. We don't know exactly how they got caught yet, but that information is probably going to come out in the future. And well, these pictures you've been looking at this whole time are their mugshots. Gavin and Tanner said, how many years we facing? The FBI said, you're not facing like any years exactly, you're just facing your whole lives. Gavin and Tanner said, hey, yo, but we didn't actually take over the island. We didn't do nothing.
Bro, what the fuck did you expect, my guy? You tried to kidnap women, innocent children, for all the pleasure of doing some horrific shit? Yes, you're going to get life, buddy. Behind the cell, you'll have a nice little bunk right next to Leroy. He's going to be waiting on you.
FBI said, and you were never going to take over the island. You know how many people live on Gonave Island? Gavin and Tanner said, 40? FBI said 87,000. Gavin and Tanner said, well, I'll be a monkey's uncle. So now Gavin and Tanner both face life in prison for conspiracy to people in another country. Side note, they also face another 15 to 30 years for producing a video in which, let's just say, they're doing Epstein activities. Now, technically, these are all charges, so all of this is alleged, but they were texting about their plans back and forth for like a whole year. And they were being watched really closely by the FBI, so it's probably going to be life for Dumb and Dumber. And why the FBI was involved, because no matter how dumb their plan was and no matter how much their plan was clearly not going to work, when you start planning to invade other countries, the FBI is going to hop in no matter what. And speaking of planning, a lot of times the plan to do something will get you so many years in prison. It's called conspiracy.
And also, you're trying to do something to little kids, bro. Like, you really thought you was going to go to Haiti. You thought you was going to go to Haiti, bro, and take over 47,000 people with a two-man and one homeless person. You got to be fucking slow.
Aspiring to do something. And they have a step-by-step plan through their texts. Remember, they're stupid. And it's them actually joining the military, joining the fire academy, flying to Thailand, actively doing things. That's the big part, because at that point you can't say, "Nah, we were just playing around." But the wild part is that is their argument. Their attorney is basically saying is they weren't actually planning on doing it. And it's basically that reasonable doubt thing their attorney's gonna try to play on. It's maybe Tanner wanted to actually join the military.
Hold on, fool. These people are guilty as charged. I'm going to tell you why. Number one, they talked about their plans on a text message. Stupid as fuck. Number two, they told each other they were going to join firefighting and in the military in order to make this plan come true, right? They did that. Number three, motherfuckers end up going out to Thailand trying to sell boats because they thought that was going to help their plan. And number four, they went to Washington trying to convince homeless people to help them.
Gavin wanted to be a firefighter, and they were just joking around. Oh, Gavin went over to Thailand to learn how to sail a boat. Maybe he just likes sailing boats. And that may sound insane to you, but people have won a lot of cases due to reasonable doubt. An attorney basically saying, can you prove that they really wanted to go to Haiti and do this without a shadow of a doubt?
The text messages. What the fuck? The text messages tells you. They told you what they were going to do when they did it.
But their attorney is not very expensive. Gavin couldn't even afford his sailing lesson, so it's probably not Diddy's lawyer or nothing. So getting them off on a charge like this, probably not gonna happen, especially since this is front page news. Now, some more evidence that the FBI brought up that I didn't mention was the fact that Tanner and Gavin were studying Creole, which is the Haitian language, so they can make their takeover easier. So now their attorney got to slide up and say, it's a crime to learn a new language. They just like Creole. But the FBI probably gonna pull up and say, why would two random dudes from Texas be studying Creole? Which you better believe that the feds are gonna bring up in the court case. It's basically, how many coincidences can we give you before you say, all right, these two are guilty? And it's their lawyer's job to make you believe that they're all coincidences.
But they don't even got a good lawyer, bruh. First off, why would you even try to go up against the feds and you can't even afford an attorney? If you're gonna do crime, at least have money for it. Fucking idiot.
Now, finally, I believe an underrated part of their case, because it's so insane, is the fact that they have another charge. The fact that the FBI has a video that they made of them coercing somebody to perform Netflix watching activities. If you don't know what that means, again, look in the comments. Now, that someone that they coerced was of, I gotta censor a lot of things, someone of, let's say, Epstein preference.
Oh my gosh, bro. Come here. Listen, bro, what is wrong with you grown man wanting under children? You feel me? Like, I don't understand. What do y'all get the pleasure out of that, of causing fear in a child and wanting to do these explicit activities with them and record it, gang? Like, you're a weirdo. A weirdo.
Remember, they wanted both the women and children on the Haitian island. So these people are cupcake chasers. Again, if you don't know what that means, blame YouTube censorship, but look in the comments. So they already got 15 to 30 years they're facing for that video. Because a lot of times how courts usually work is, let's say for some reason they don't get charged for trying to take over a Haitian island. The idea of this charge is so big that it's gonna influence their other charge, the video that they created. So a judge will probably be like, let me just give you the max sentence because y'all was thinking of doing something terrible. It's basically what happened to Diddy. His charges were so bad that even when he got charged for his lesser crime, the judge said, dog, the other things were just so bad. We gotta do something.
But see, the thing about their situation is they don't have money to back them up. And two, everything that they talk about in the messages, that was their plan that they were going to do all along. Like I said, Air Force, Thailand with boats. I don't know. That's the funny part about it. I don't know what the fuck they thought that how that was gonna work, bro.
And that's usually how the feds plan it. They say, if we're not gonna get you for the big thing, we gonna get you for something. But one of the things that annoys me most about this case is not only that these two were just stupid, it was the level of arrogance they had believing that they could take over an island in Haiti in the first place. Because the fact that they even thought they can take over a part of Haiti kind of tells you what they think of Haiti. You know what I mean? They probably thought they were going to pull up with some weapons. The Haitian people were going to crawl out of their huts in awe and say, wow, you're king now. Meanwhile, Haiti probably wouldn't even send their army after them. Meanwhile, they probably wouldn't even get to the island because they'd get lost at sea. They didn't know how to sail. So sure.
But see, this is what's wrong with our world is like a lot of people in the U.S. really think that these other countries are third world countries. Whole time, nigga, we probably are the third world country. Like, what the fuck? You think you... Back to the video.
Where I blame their stupidity, but I also blame the American education system for their ignorance. Because if you're from America, think about what you learned in history class. America's great. America saved everyone. The end. On top of all that, they're from the southern states of America, where there were several states that even wanted to stop teaching about slavery because they didn't want their kids to feel bad. Meanwhile, slavery is American history. Basically, my point is, not only do I think they're dumb, I genuinely think that they believed that they were better than the Haitian people. And damn, you remember the times where this would be front page news? Like, this would be all people were talking about for like the next coming weeks, but this is probably going to be a day story because of all the crazy stuff going on in the world right
now. Imagine if this was two black motherfuckers going to, I don't know, some predominantly Caucasian environment. Imagine. This shit will be trending the whole year. Like, and it's crazy how when it's another race, the whole, it just flips the dynamics, you know?
Right now. Anyway, that's the end of my yap session. Gavin and Tanner, everyone. Two stupid men who are probably going to jail for the rest of their lives.
Two stupid ass niggas who needs to get the quadruple life sentence, man. Anyways, I hope you had a nice day. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.